Okay, today I want to talk about how to clean out your watercolor palettes when you have a whole bunch of mixed paint in the lid, or if some of your colors are mixed. Mine are pretty clean right now, but you can tell that some need to be cleaned out. Like my white could be cleaned out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the spray bottle, and you can use any spray bottle that's at your desk, and I'm just going to wet my lid again. And my paint's a little bit, I don't have to drench it. I just want to put a little bit of water on them to get them wet again. This is the paper towel I was working with. It will work just fine. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a clean spot on my paper towel. And I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to just rinse it out. And I'm going to try and pull as much of that blue paint out as I can. And once it's kind of puddled like that, I'm just going to take the clean part of my paper towel and I'm going to dab it. And it cleans out that color pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to, I think, wash out my yellow-orange as well. If your paper towel is really dirty, you can go get a new paper towel from the counter. Okay, got a little puddle in there. I'm just gonna dab it one time. I'm not trying to dig the paint out. I'm just trying to take that top layer off. I'm not putting much pressure onto my paper towel when I dip it into my paint well. I'm just dabbing it lightly to get that extra color off of the top. Sometimes maybe your paint is even wet enough that you could just dab it like one time and it would get it cleaned up. Okay, I'm not real concerned about the colors that are around the outside because sometimes our colors will move a little bit. I don't think that's something that we have to clean every time. Okay, now to clean out the lid, I am going to take my paintbrush and just kind of go around the corners and get the paint wet that was maybe not hit by the spray bottle really well. Okay, I think I got it. And then I'm going to just take my paper towel and I'm going to start wiping out the lid. One thing to note, our paint palettes are not going to look like they're brand new because they're not brand new. Our goal is just to get the extra paint out of the lid so that it's ready for the next class to paint and mix paint in. All right, now that it's pretty cleaned, the other thing that we can do when we put these on the counter is we're not gonna close the lid. We're gonna leave them open and stored just like this. So when you walk with them, you have to walk like it's a pizza box so that the paint does not drip out. So we're gonna hold them nice and flat and carry them to the counter, and we're gonna set them just like this so that they can dry for the next class. If we tip them up, they're gonna drip all over our floors and then we have an extra mess to clean up. All right. So just to review the instructions, make sure that you're using a spray bottle to wet down your entire palette, and then gently brush water on the dirty colors and dab them with a paper towel lightly so that we're not digging the paint out. Next, use your wet paintbrush to clean the corners of the lid in your palette. Then take your paper towel and wipe your lid out and make sure you get all of the paint out of the lid and put this paper towel in a garbage can. After everything is all cleaned out, we're gonna carry our paint palette nice and flat, just like a pizza, to the counter and leave the lid open to dry. And that's it. That's how you clean out your watercolor palette.